What's up, farming family? How y'all doing today? Today, we are checking out the wide body paddle from 11SIX24. This would be the Monarch All Court. Out of the three, this one is the more aggressive style paddle. I do have a discount code for them. It's FarmerPB. You will get 10% off if you use my code. What is very unique about these paddles is they have a slightly longer handle compared to the other wide body paddles. This one has a carbon fiber surface with a fiberglass surface with a carbon fiber surface. Basically, the fiberglass is sandwiched together, so this plays a little bit different than everything else on the market. You're going to hear me talk about that in the rest of this video, but let's get into this, y'all. The first thing I want to talk about is the pop of this paddle. This paddle is definitely one of the poppier wide body paddles on the market right now, just right below the Fat Boy and the Groove & Laser 16S. When it comes to the Apollo, the R2 Pulsar FX, the Volair, Mach 2 Forza, and paddles like that, this one will definitely be superior in terms of pop and ignition, starting hand battles and initiating hand battles in general. Now, when it comes to the power, when it comes to all these wide bodies, this is one of the more powerful wide bodies as well. I don't see it being as powerful as the Rhombus R2 Pulsar FX, but it is stronger than the Spartus Apollo, the Volair Mach 2 Forza, the Pickle Hurricane Pro, and all the other wide bodies, essentially, other than the Rhombus R2 Pulsar FX. So if you're wanting, a wide body that's got top tier pop and top tier power in terms of wide bodies, because you got to remember, it's in terms of wide bodies. I'm not talking about how it compares with hybrids, elongated, or anything like that. Then this paddle would be a paddle for you, especially if you're a very aggressive player versus the Jelly Bean and the Control are more control oriented. Hence the name Control. Now, in terms of control, this paddle isn't like crazy to control, hard to control or anything like that. Versus like the Fat Boy and the Laser 16S, they have a little bit stiffer face and the ball sort of comes off of it a little bit different. Versus this, it's got a slightly more plush feeling compared to them two. So I think the control is definitely better on this than it is the Fat Boy and the Laser 16S. But the control is nowhere near as good as it is on the Volair Mach 2 Forza and the Hurricane, Tower Pro. Mainly due to those being basically 100% control paddles, like straight up. When it came to the RPMs, it got 2,052 RPMs. Like I say, 1850 plus, you're not going to have a problem with, but anything over the 2,000 range, you should not be hearing any negativity in terms of spin when it comes to doing your top spin, your slices, your chops. Anything like that, this paddle is going to do an adequate amount for you. So in terms of spin, you're going to get good spin. Let's go to the swing weight next. When it came to the swing weight of the All Court, it was 111, which is right on par with a bunch of the other wide bodies. That is the one really, really good part about these wide body paddles is if you get in hand battles or you need to pull your paddle up quick to block, you're not going to have a problem. The swing weight, this thing can be swung by basically anyone that's out there right now. It's not going to be too heavy for anybody. The overall static weight of this paddle was 8.2 ounces, which isn't relatively high at all. Some people will put lead tape on this to make it hit harder. Some people won't have to. But just know right out of the box, this is about average in terms of weight and swing weight for wide bodies that are on the market right now. The twist weight of this paddle was 7.33, which is crazy. I repeat, ridiculously crazy. Anything over 7 is probably not going to twist in your hands regardless of where the balls hit. So I don't really know what else I really need to say about that because anything above 7 is just stupid. But yeah, in terms of sweet spot, it's also a very forgiving paddle. You're going to hear me say that about these wide bodies. These wide bodies are very forgiving. If you don't hit directly in the middle, they're still going to allow the ball to go over the net at a decent pace. It doesn't die off quick like it does with elongated and hybrid shapes compared to this wide body. The sweet spot is going to be one of the big positives of this paddle. When it comes to value for your money, this is $140 before my discount code. Okay, this paddle, well worth it. If you're an aggressive left-sided player, you're looking to flick, doing speed ups, drives, and you're wanting a wide body paddle, this is probably one of the top 3 that I would recommend to people, especially when it comes to value for your money mixed with performance. But if you're, like a reset specialist, you do blocks, you dink all the time, do drops, you don't drive, I would probably go for the Monarch Jelly Bean. It's $100, y'all. $100. But yeah, this has been my review of the Monarch R Court. I know it's been somewhat short, but I didn't feel like there was a lot to say. I could get to the point very easy with this paddle. But until next time, stay safe. Have a good day. Drink plenty of water. Peace, y'all.